Hey guys, welcome to Nightingale Reviews. I'm Bailey, and today I will be doing my Christmas book haul. Now, you're about to watch my Christmas book haul 2014, part 2. Have fun. This book is Illusion, the 5th book in the Chronicles of Nick series by Sherilyn Kenyon. I don't want to go into it because it's the 5th book and I don't want to give any spoilers, but this series is absolutely amazing, and I like to read these with my sisters. It's kind of like a common ground, and they're really fun, and they always have just the most interesting covers. They're kind of large, but they have, to me, larger print, so don't worry if you're intimidated about the size. I totally go check it out despite that. The next books are all part of a series, and I've now have it completed by Claudia Gray, and the first one is Evernight, Stargazer, Hourglass, and then Afterlife. I've actually read the first 3 books in this series, and I just have to read the last one. And I was so excited to see that my parents got me all of them, because I actually really enjoy this series. Also, along with it, it was kind of like a spin-off of it, like a standalone spin-off, but it's called Balthazar, on one of the characters in the series. So, and it's in hardcover, which is really cool, and actually, this book only cost $1, I think it was $1 on the book outlet, and it's perfectly amazing, like nothing wrong on it. I don't want to spoil the series for you, so I'll just tell you about the first one. It follows a girl named Bianca who has to go to this academy where her parents teach. Her peers at the school are almost predatory. They're sleek, they're beautiful, and it seems like nothing is wrong with them at all. And she doesn't like it and she wants to leave, but then she meets this boy, Lucas, who tells her that she has to be careful around these people, and she's not sure why. Lucas and Bianca soon develop an attraction towards each other, and they want to be with each other no matter what happens, which puts them on a wild ride that takes 4 books to complete. The next book that I have to show you is Velveteen by Daniel Marks. I don't know much about this book, except that Velveteen has it all. A ghost bent on revenge, a wickedly hot boy, and an underworld revolution. That's all I need to know. That's all one needs to know to pick up this book. And what's really cool is this a library binding. I love it. Very sturdy.
Sturdiness in books is always welcome.
Next we have Never Cry Werewolf by Heather Davis. This book follows a girl named Shelby who is forced to go to what she considers rat camp by her stepmother. And she isn't very happy about it, but she's forced to go, but then things start to look up when she meets this boy, Austin. However, Austin may not be the best boyfriend material, as it turns out he's got this deep, dark secret. What could it be? I don't know. Don't know. I also got Meant to Be by Lauren Morrill for Christmas, as well as Lexicon by Max Berry. You can't miss his name on this cover. It's a
boom, bam. Yeah. Novel.
I have Vampire Kisses the beginning, and then my parents also bought me the next 2 books in the series, Dance with a Vampire and The Coffin Club. This series is about a girl who is absolutely obsessed with vampires, and then there's this house on this hill, ominous, in which a man occupies it who seems rather mysterious, and this girl thinks that she can go and decipher all that's happening there. I'm really excited to have these. I didn't realize how small some of these were, so these are going to be super fast. I hope to be able to collect the whole series if I enjoy these ones, and yes. The next 2 books I don't know much about, so I don't really want to say much about them. I've heard quite a few good things about the authors from the next 2 books. Of course, Morgan Matson, Second Chance Summer, which I was super excited about to read because I've seen this on BookTube quite a bit lately, and that's awesome.
I was so surprised my parents got me this. I was just so ecstatic, and I was like screaming in my seat, like,
Anyway, probably not going to be till summer read, because I'd rather prefer to read this in the summer. Second Chance Summer, so yes. Then I also have The Distance Between Us. This is almost, to my understanding, like a Cinderella story. This book follows a girl who sort of looks down upon the rich, for she herself is obviously not rich. However, she finds this boy who she thinks actually gets her, but he's more in the higher status. It's their journey of their relationship and if they can make it work. I really love this cover once again. So pretty. I love her dress.
love it, love it, love it, love it.
The next books that I have to show you are Defy the Dark, which is basically an anthology by many, many authors.
but if I go into detail about them, I will most likely get winded.
I've actually only read 2 anthologies so far, and I absolutely fell in love with them. One of them was Grimm, and it was simply amazing, and I really want to read more of these. The next book I have is by Rainbow Rowell, Eleanor and Park. I've heard so many amazing things about this, but I don't know the full story behind it, so I don't really want to know until I start to read it, and hopefully fall in love with it as many others have. This book is The Revenge of Seven by Pittacus Lore, a book in the Lorien Legacies. I have collected all of them so far, but I've actually only read the first one because I saw the movie and I absolutely loved it, and the first book was just okay, and I haven't picked up the rest of the series despite having them, but I really hope to finish this soon because the series only has a couple books left, if I'm not mistaken, so that should be really interesting. And there is this map, and I have to tear it out, but I don't want to tear it out yet until I actually read it. So that's exciting. I always have loved the covers on these because if you take off the dust jacket, there's always some amazing design on it. I also have No One Else Can Have You by Kathleen Hale. I don't know much about this book either, but all I know is that there's some controversy with the author. I don't really know exactly what happened, and I don't want to say anything because it's probably wrong what I've heard, and I really hate to judge a book based on what the author has done, so I really want to give this book a chance. This book just looks rather interesting, and I want to give it a try despite what I've heard about the author, because I think that'd be kind of mean of me to try to judge. I'm actually excited to get into this book, because it just seems to have this strange essence of, I don't know, I'm rambling. The next that I have to show you is a trilogy. The first one is Hereafter, then we have Arise, and then finally Elegy. This is a Hereafter trilogy by Tara Hudson. Ugh. It's about this girl who is a ghost, and she can't really do anything. She's just stuck, and she can't help anybody. But then she sees this boy who is drowning, and in the end she wills him to live, and she ends up somehow helping him. And it's almost like a paranormal love story.
I'm just going to run through the next couple books real quick because these are ones I have really no idea what they're about at all. They just have really pretty covers.
I have Golden by Jessie Kirby. Then we have 10 Things We Did and Probably Shouldn't Have by Sarah Milanowski, maybe?
I don't know, it looks kind of interesting.
Like every book I've said so far. And then I have The Thin Executioner by Darren Shan. I absolutely love Darren Shan and his writing. It's absolutely amazing. I have actually read all of the Cirque du Freak series, and I've reread some of those, and I just started the Demon Nana series, and it's absolutely amazing. Ooh, that looks kind of creepy. Ooh. So I'm really, really excited to jump into The Thin Executioner. It's a standalone, so that should be rather different for me reading one of his books, and I also want to read Zombies. And the last book that I have to show you is Boot Camp by Todd Strasser.
Something.
This book is also one of them that I have already read, and this book is absolutely stunning. If you haven't, I talked about The Wave in my last video, but this one is absolutely amazing. This is probably my favorite book of his besides No Place. It follows a boy named Garrett who has actually professionally kidnapped his parents, paid someone to do it, and he's sent to this boot camp in the middle of nowhere. Just because he fell in love with his teacher, and they thought it was going to ruin their image, and so they thought that they should reform him in doing so. This boot camp is absolutely atrocious. They use pain and fear to run their camp, and no one has ever escaped before. However, this boy wants to get out, and with 2 other people, they hope to do so. I've never actually cried during a book, but this one came close to it. The ending just literally, it killed me, and I was so sad for days because of it. It almost reminds me of when I watched that movie Wolf's Children. It's just depressing, and it puts you in a funk for days. It puts you in mourning. That's what this book did. It made me so absolutely sad, and I had to tell everyone about it as soon as I finished it, but it is absolutely amazing. Out of all these books, if you want to pick up one of them, this is the one I most highly suggest out of all of them. I just want to say thank you to my sisters and to my parents for giving me all such amazing, amazing books. I truly appreciate it, and I really can't wait to read them. Also, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video despite it being super long. I'm sorry about that. There's so many books. So many books. How does one have time? If you want to check out Nightingale Reviews, I'll put the link down below to the blog where we have some fun things like a topic of the month, and you can see all of our reviews. I hope you enjoyed this and have a great rest of your day. Bye! Hello, creepy Santa. Do you want to see my books? I've been a good girl this year, and I got some stuff. Did you get stuff? You did. Creepy Nutcracker Man? Books. Books? Creepy Nutcracker Man. I like books.